You think it's a stamina issue? Or?
I think it is stamina issue.
Okay.
I haven't been able to personally be in there to ask him. Now see the songs coming up here.
God mode
God mode,
S18.
selfishness, already pointing out, coming out to me as like pretty stamina heavy charts, I think.
Oh, God mode's nice.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else we have here. It looks like Pumptress 8-bit version. What?
Got 4199 hogging the cam.
Seed 15, 16. On the website, we're on pool 8. On the schedule, we're on pool 7. Schedule pool 7, website pool 8. Oh, no, sorry, pool 6. Website pool 6. All right, card draw is happening.
Devil was banned, surprise. Hardcore of the North was banned.
Yeah, it's really the ending for Hardcore of the North.
Sorry, a little bit of technical difficulty here.
Yeah, so something that I'm actually really shocked to see is KOA. Not exactly sure what, I don't remember what that means. I just know it's Alice in Wonderland. The cards are pretty cute.
Yeah.
So both of the ones with like little stamina heavy charts actually showed up. God mode I think is pretty, especially how rough it gets with the diagonal crosses. A lot of people have the opinion that it's harder than the S20, which, okay, absurd opinion, but also at the same time you gotta wonder like why do people think that? And if you're not a twist player, it can really catch you off guard, like the diagonal twists.
Yeah.
Because the thing about that's ambiguous about diagonal twists that you think you can hit it like just a bracket, but then like you end up having to like angle your feet in like such a wonky way, distance covered.
Edison spotted in the background. Yeah, we have a card draw. I think players are about to jump into their warm-up, so we can hop over there as well.
All right, so we have Jesse playing on, or okay, let's wait for the players to come on first. But it's looking like Ranzel's on player 2 side with Tommy on player 1 side. So we're gonna quickly update that graphic for you. Anyway, let's get on with. So Renzo is actually not a player that I've seen, although he does say that he's from Massachusetts. Strongest skill being drill and his weakest skill being twist. Rude awakening for him with the way that the songs are drawn.
I think for most of the pools we've been doing, lowest seed with highest seed for playing together, but it might be the case for this one. Tommy and Renzo will be playing together.
Yeah, we'll try to get that graphic changed for you as soon as possible, and it looks like we did.
Nice warm-up. This is the strongest beginner player I've ever seen.
You can expect to see a lot of those. Yeah, but Tommy doesn't miss coming from 3 pools, I believe. Initially seeded at around 20 or so. Let me give it a check. Yeah, 20 actually. Making it all the way to seed number 16 versus 15. If he's able to take this, seeing Tommy take it all the way to the end of the Gauntlet would be monumental success.
Yeah, we're going to see players up until seed 11 perform today, right?
Right.
Yeah, because seeds 10 through 1 are going to be in our pro.
Yeah, let's take this time for the new viewers who have just recently tuned in to explain that we have a total of 28 players currently in the Gauntlet. We have 18 of them, 2 of which will actually be able to graduate and qualify for pros.
Yep.
If they couldn't with the qualifiers, they have the chance here. And then they'll be playing tomorrow. Just a reminder, we have a schedule change for pros. We are not going to start at 11 a.m., but we will be starting at 10:30. So keep in mind, don't forget to set your alarms. Go on your phone right now. Go to your alarm app. Set your alarm to 10:30
Eastern time.
Yes, Eastern time to clarify. Don't forget to wake up for that.
Are you late night gamers out there?
Yeah, Ranzo really nailing the combo on this S18, I believe, for ESM. Another one of the newer songs. Great warm-up for both players. Though I reckon Tommy, coming from 4-player seed, he's pretty warm.
He was playing SMX on the side.
And he was playing SMX.
Yeah.
Man, we need to get our commentary SMX break eventually. But, you know, we'll be with you guys here until the stream's over.
Yeah.
So
We're having a good time.
yeah.
Tommy trying to get some insight before the chart starts. He's like, what does this one do? Yeah, this is God Mode 1. Hopping into it. We're getting started. They must have removed the gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Some basic anchors here. But at this level of play, I would honestly expect all of these players to be able to hit these pretty perfectly. The scale, I love being in a tournament, watching everything happen and just watching the scale rise from the bottom.
Here.
There's a triple. Let's see if they know it. Nice.
The screen looks so empty.
I think the gimmick is only in the S20, actually.
Ah.
The S18 might have not had a gimmick. Maybe it did. I'm not too sure.
Whiskey.
Oh! Tommy still going crazy.
Yep. Tommy playing player one side. Picking up one combo break.
Oh, these foot switch gallop taps are a little bit complicated. Both players seem to be rolling through it pretty well, though. Now there's going to be a continuous run here. All right, both players really trying to make it through. Now here come the diagonal crosses.
I think Tommy's getting tired.
Yeah, the fatigue is really setting in. He's trying to move his feet from red to blue as best he can, just to double step. Skid as best he can, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, but the accuracy in the beginning of the song actually carried him. Despite the life bar dip.
There was a lot of greats on Renzel's side. I did see a lot of greats come through.
All right, and now the next song in this draw, we're going to be moving into, I believe it was Alice in Wonderland, KOA, S17 maybe? After of which we will be jumping into House Plan and then Selfishness. Yeah, there we go. Yet another Banya song, but it's also one of the more relatively recent Banya songs. So it's charted by more modern step artists who actually, know what they're doing. You trying to look for it?
Uh,
House Plan and then Selfishness, 17. Let's get right into it. I'm expecting some rolling brackets here, actually, based off of my very small memory of the chart.
yeah, I think after playing God mode, you definitely need to catch your breath.
Hmm? Oh, wow, there it is. Yeah. The rolling brackets, easy to eat at random, great.
Just a little bit too twisty for Ramzo.
Hitting a little of those twists towards the end, though. But, yeah, the side triple twists are seeming to trip him up here. Yeah, now he's just opting to try to double step everything.
Honestly, given the number of backside crossovers this card has, that's not a bad strategy.
Right. Tommy, really, the fatigue is kind of starting to show. A lot of how he played the ending of God Mode S18 is coming out here, but remember, we're only starting the song now. Yeah, imagine Tommy's fatigue here coming from, I believe, 2 pulls behind.
And
Yeah.
and SMX.
Right.
Not sure if it was for tourney play, but my guess is yes.
Thankfully, the runs that we see here, I was going to say are somewhat straightforward, but there are some turns.
Cheatable.
Cheatable, although, yes, cheatable.
Picking up some grids along the way. Oh.
Yeah, that is also another cheatable turn, but it's also really hard if you're not
Ramzo was
familiar
full
with
twisting
that.
it. I think got a little bit lost, but found it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Ramzo's going to take this one.
Yeah, the fatigue setting in.
Even though overall it's looking like his accuracy was a little bit better, but him skidding for those extra little goods and also getting those misses really going to cost him.
Lower grade count still.
Overall, though, still really consistent scores across the board for both of them. So for both Jesse and Dunhill later down in the line, still a bit of a standard to meet. More work for them to have to put in.
I think players will be nice to have House Plan up next.
House Plan, although it is 128 or so BPM, it does have some bursts towards the end, and if you try to full twist and go into the burst, you can be a little bit tired.
Yeah, but relative to the other 2 charts, I would see this as the break of the set.
Mm-hmm. It's also convenient to have it in the middle, especially after God Mode and Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, you can see Tommy's mentally prepping.
Yeah.
You have to.
Just trying to take a little step back.
These are close matches, too.
Mm-hmm. And even with the fatigue setting in, Tommy still has a W over Renzel, actually, so...
Yeah. The chart. Trying to get some chart insight.
I am not, as a staff member, I am not allowed to disclose. Though I am open to letting his opponent or his friends let him know, provide him with that outsider insight.
You can see the SD1212 Hopping on SMX in the background.
Yeah, I believe his 3rd day of playing SMX, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, and he has 1 miss on the 20 already. Full. And the full charts are way wilder for no reason.
Let's get into house plan.
So at the beginning, it's a very simple pattern here. Also, don't forget to stay still where you're at. Otherwise, yeah, if you try to go straighten yourself out after the middle of those runs, you're going to get your footing confused. So it's always important for all players, when you're playing a pattern, stay still. Don't try to restabilize yourself until it's a really long break. Or, sorry, unless it's a really long break. Something that's going to cost Renzel here, actually, in the beginning of the match.
You get this nice rest section.
Right. Ooh. Something about house plan, actually. There's a lot of those patterns where your right foot goes all the way to P1-1. So the crosses are really, because of the distance that you gotta cover, it's going to probably cost a little bit of stamina. We're gonna have a really lengthy run upcoming. Here we go.
They're opting to twist. At this
Tommy's
BPM, you
looking
kind
like
of
he's
have
full
to.
ascending here.
Yep.
Look at how focused he is. One arm, the fatigue is starting to draw in, but the score is not being sacrificed.
Wow.
Here come the bursts. Yeah, turns on top of bursts. So brutal.
Diagonal twists.
4 diagonals and the triple, but you're backwards.
Look at that bracketing. Red-blue by Renzel. 1 foot.
Wow.
986 to 974.
Him full ascending on those twists, really, it's
was the
really
difference
pushing.
maker.
We're really about to see seed number 20 make it all the way to fight seed number 14 and 13 if he's able to keep this up. We just have to see what Jesse and Dunhills have to say about that.
They've been going back and forth, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to come down to stamina. You can see that
Right,
Tommy is
really not out of it. And the time
Tommy
to
is
have stamina is now with selfishness.
Wow. Just hit the notes.
The time for Tommy's namesake to come in is now. This is the last song. And even if it is just one song, just not being able to clutch out that first place really can make the difference in whether or not you get to advance. And even if he does advance, the competition is just going to keep getting harder.
Yep.
The charts are just going to keep getting more difficult, more complicated.
Man.
Really good fight, though, until the end. Just keep going.
I'm thinking ahead here, too. Jesse will definitely enjoy this pool. This is kind of his territory of these, like, kind of long, stamina draining. Even if it's twisty, you know, he can exert himself to still do just fine.
That's right. I think he'll still be able to full twist house plan, but God mode might be that threshold of him just barely being able to twist it.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if he's going to opt for full sending them or just kind of shuffling and getting enough.
Right.
Here they go. They're going into selfishness now.
All right, we're going to see just how stamina heavy this chart ends up being. From the outsider's perspective, we got people peeking through the window and actually entering the venue to see what's going on.
Let's go. They get a nice break at the start.
That's right. If this is anything like the shortcut that we've already seen, pretty easy leading up to the long lyric chorus.
Very long chorus.
Yes.
It's going to be...
Absolutely.
Hey, it's their last one. I feel like they're going to push.
Just recall, this is the 17 still. It's the same difficulty as everything we've seen before. So you got to ask, looking at the chart now, where is all the difficulty going to be? Ooh, early break from Tommy.
It's still fine. Everything's coming at the back. Ooh, lots of popping.
The same triplet turns that we've seen from the shortcut are appearing here. I wonder if we're going to see it again. Yeah, this is really the shortcut times 2.
Wow. Grenzel with the massive combo and twisting the staircase is excellent. Still got some chart to go.
Wow, you have to be on one side the entire time, but Tommy just doesn't miss.
Those are some violent yankings that you have to do for singles. A 986 927 by Tommy and a 979 756.
Yeah, all the time he's just looking down, just trying to gather up that energy. Clearly it's working.
Wow.
Just is unable to find it in his heart to miss.
Tommy taking the slight advantage then for this set.
Yeah, I mean, we still got the other 2 players, don't get me wrong, just on equal level to Tommy. So even if he's played his heart out this entire set, he's still got these mammoth players really ready to go at it.
I'm curious to see Dunhill's perform.
Really excited to see him play. I know his accuracy with low-level singles, like 17s through 20s, absolutely godlike. And he's not really biased towards twisting. Actually, he's a kind of double stepper, and his cheating ability is really up there.
So it seems like Jesse's gonna hop over to P1 side.
Yeah, first time today, I believe, opting against playing on P2. Based off of previous experience, I would have to say. Quick reminder for all of our viewers at home to take another drink of water, especially if you've been doing a sustained viewing.
Get up and stretch.
That's right. Don't forget to spend some time, walk around, you know? Even take a look outside. Over in Boston, this morning's weather was absolutely beautiful. All right. Right, as traditional with the format, both players are going to first start with the warm-up before they go into the next 4 songs. All right, we're going to do a quick profile check again, although I've already had to say what I had to say about Dunhill. Claims that his strongest skill is run and his weakest skill is twist, which is consistent with what we've already seen. Advanced 5 seems right because it is Advanced 5 from Phoenix. All right, well, my commentating buddy's going to sit out for this one, so I'm going to be here manning the field, just telling you about just looking at Dunhill's form overall, very solid. It's the first time that we're going to be able to see him on screen. Yeah, just look at the way he heel toes. And towards the end of the run of Super Fantasy S16, we're going to be seeing a lot of turns being introduced. So I just wanted to turn the audience's attention towards his footwork when the turns start coming out, and also how accurately, because the drawback with cheating is that you sacrifice some bad judgments in favor of maintaining pace and keeping up with the charts. But really expert single players know how to do cheating without the accuracy drop. So it's really it's a really important skill that pro players even strive to work at. And for a singles player of his level to be exceeding at this already, a lot of promise for him. Jesse, there's very little to say about Jesse what hasn't been said already. Well, in fact, not even said, shown. Jesse, along with Tommy Don't Miss, coming all the way from number 19 seed, currently on the same league as Dunhills and Ranzo, who are seed number 16 and 15, skipping over 2 pools. Not worried for Jesse at all because his stamina is incredible. Once again, take a look at the... Alright, well, Dunhill opting to turn for this portion of the, for this chart. Wow. Not worried about Jesse because although he's been playing from 2 pools, don't forget, this is the guy, this is the crazy guy who decided to walk all the way from Boston South Station to Game Underground. 10 miles and 3 hours and a half-ish to make that journey. Dunhill's always a supportive sportsman-like player. Alright, and now that the actual pool is starting, let us switch over to the foot cam view for a more in-depth look into the strategies that are going to be played out. The scores to beat right now are around the AAA range, so if players get a AAA plus or S over, then they'll be on route to take first and second place for this pool. But remember how draining the ending here is. If you guys recall from the profiles that we've seen during the warm-ups, Dunhill's claiming that his weakest skill is actually Twist. There's too many of that in the ending of this chart specifically. In addition, it introduces a lot of complicated crosses like that. Both players seeming to drop there. That cross there foreshadowing what's to come later down in the line. But both players are actually on the same track, it looks like.
Kicks of death. Roar.
All right, let's go. During the second part of this chorus, there's actually the foot switch holds. Oh, Jesse getting the drop there. Let's see if they're able to catch the foot switch holds. Wow, look how clean Dunhills is able to hit it. Incredible. Now, curious as to Jesse also being the kind of person to really stand still, especially for these kinds of BPMs. I'm not sure where his threshold for willing to twist. All right, it looks like he is willing to twist. Both players are going in with a twist. Let's see how they hit these diagonals. Both players opting to double step them. Extremely strong performance so far. It's still looking like anyone's. That was a really close match. And I would have to say, better than an A+ dare I say. There it is, first and second place for this song. With a 100-point difference, Dunhills is going to take 2 extra points just from getting first place in this song with a 100-point difference. Both players fighting neck and neck, but you can really see it in the way that Dunhills played some of those patterns. Although they were diagonal cross and he was double stepping them, there was one where you come into a diagonal cross after the hold and he was ready for it. Now we're going to proceed into the next song, which I believe is Alice in Wonderland. There we go. Now, we're just going to go quickly give a check to the standard of this chart to be. Again, this one is another AAA around chart standard. Both players killing the rolling brackets, although there aren't too many. Ooh. Wow. Wow, look at the way Dunhills is actually manipulating the side 3. Jesse, despite being a self-acclaimed not tourney player, is actually really hitting the turns for the side 3 as well. Impressive showing by Jesse. Jesse opting to cheat a lot of the stair patterns that he's familiar enough with cheating. Lots of gallops. Oh, turns the rolling bracket instead of just hitting it straight forward. Great adaptation to quickly realize that that's not how you're supposed to hit it. Jesse still trying to stay on top of things here. Nice turn. Both players en route again to get first and second place for this song as well. Nice. Only getting one miss that entire sequence. Overall, extremely solid play from both players. Wow. Jesse actually, with the all twist, really... Oh, water? Really coming in for him, giving him that first place bonus against Dunhills. Both of them beating the previous two players. It just goes to show how much more tiring it is to twist, but how much more rewarding it is if you nail it accuracy-wise. Now we'll be getting into House Plan, which again is pretty slow twist. I expect Jesse to be able to all twist this one as well. As my commentary partner Tusa mentioned before, it is easy to think of this chart as the break of the set between having to play Selfishness, KOA, and God Mode. Let's hope that these players, if they do decide to twist, let's hope it doesn't cost too much of them on terms of stamina. But if it's too slow, then let's hope it doesn't cost them in terms of accuracy. Both players this time around doing a good job of staying still after playing a certain pattern, just being able to anticipate the next following pattern. Especially with patterns that start on specifically the yellow panel, where it's a little ambiguous as to what foot you're supposed to start your sequence with. Want to have a little bit of a nice breathing interlude here. Just a little bit of slight gallops. Dunhill's going to eat an early grate here. So is Jesse. Still both on equal footing. It's all going to come down to this end run here. And whether or not they feel tired or ready enough to hit the jacks at the end. There we go. We see a little bit of Jesse being able to full twist those slow twists, but then Dunhill's opting to cheat them and double step them instead. Look, despite him double stepping everything, still nailing the perfects. I say as he's getting a lot of grades for this section, but he's still able to keep it. So is Jesse. Nice. Jesse nailing the anchor, knowing to stay still onto that side. None of the players phased by these drills at all. Ah, one bad, but it should be fine. Both players coming in with a mistless play for House Plan S17. Excellent showing. Wow. Just to recap, again, despite the point differences, Tommy don't miss is actually 2,000-ish below Jesse, who Jesse is still a second compared to Dunhills, who nails the triple S. So Dunhill's getting 2 first place bonuses and Jesse getting 1 first place bonus, but still second across the board. We might be seeing the 2 players who make it out of this pool right as we speak. Just going to jump straight into selfishness. I guess House Plan was enough of a break for them to realize that, yeah, we can just go straight into it. Again, like we've seen with the previous matches, it's going to be like a nice little smooth interlude into the end. All right, my commentary partner is trying to squeeze in the climax of the entire match. Both players looking to twist these triplets. There's going to be more triplets coming for the twist. Ah, Jesse with 1 bad. Nailing these drills right here. Hitting that Emerald pattern as well. Going into the Emerald with an anchor kind of forces you to actually play the entire sequence. Ah, there it is. I believe, yeah, it's going to be 2 miss from Dunhills, but wow, how can you blame him with the distance that you have to cover from that one side drill to the other side? It's pretty rough.
I think all players had a tough time with it, but look at that marvelous triple S.
Yeah, I think it's safe to assume you're currently looking at the 2 graduates for this pool.
Wow.
Across the board, both players.
Jesse could afford last place for that one with the stellar performance on the others.
Absolutely.